And so I stitched crunch on that, and it was not hard to stitch on at all. I think because it was 28 count. I also have new glasses with new, upgraded bifocals in them. So I still use my cheaters with these, but I think that's part of what made stitching on the black easier. Finished that, decided it wasn't going to go with the other one. I had a spot for it on a desk in our kitchen where I wanted to put it, and so I just had this frame on hand and stuck it in the frame, and I mean, I might even be a little bit crooked. I'm sorry for the glare. But I have this sitting on I can't think what it's called, like an easel, like a metal easel. And I have been following, and I can't remember who turned me on to her, but I have been following Katie Green from the Green Bean podcast on YouTube. She is a knitter, a very, very prolific knitter, illustrator, and author. And she put out a zine, a magazine, an online magazine for quite some time. And I think she's planning to put out some more issues of it as well. And so I had downloaded several of those magazines, and in one of them there was a pattern for making these little bunnies. And they're just made with wool felt, and I didn't buy a thing. I had the wool felt, I used the fabric. I think they turned out super cute. They went really quickly, a little bit fiddly in places. Like, I don't know why his head is so floppy. Because her head isn't quite that floppy. I don't know. But anyway, super, super cute. So what's cute is I can put this on the easel, and the little parts of the easel that stick out here, she sits on one side and he sits on the other side, and it's just the perfect little, Easter thing for that. So that's a lot of fun. While I'm talking about Katie Green, and if you ever get a chance to watch her, I'll tell you what, I have been watching her a ton because her voice and her kind of the way she has about her and how she speaks. She also, throughout her videos, she'll show you what she's knitting, she'll talk about what she's in the process of illustrating. She does all sorts of things. But throughout her videos, she takes you on different walks. She lives in England, and I'm going to forget where she lives exactly. I went to the map and looked it up. It's an amazing, spectacular place in England. And so she takes you on walks throughout her video where she plays lovely music, and you just see she and her dog Jack walking along. And her videos are so calming and restful for me that the cat's trying to get in here, and he's learned how to jump up and turn the handle on the door. And so he's trying to do that. I might have to let him in. That I have been listening to her even to fall asleep at night. Not even so much watching the videos, but just listening to her voice and the music that she plays. At any rate, she has an Etsy shop, and it's called, what is her Etsy shop called? I think it's Katie Green Bean. Same as her YouTube videos. But anyway, I went to the Etsy shop to see if there were some things that I might like, and of course there were. And one of the things I bought was this knitting pattern for this Scruffs cardigan. And so she's done all the illustrating for this, and here, the whole book is the knitting pattern. I've never knitted a cardigan. I've knitted dishcloths and washcloths and socks, and I've knitted shawls, but I've never done a cardigan, and I've wanted to for a really long time. So I went ahead and I had some yarn. This was just last week. I had some yarn that was actually supposed to be for a crocheted sweater that I'd kind of lost interest in. And so I cast that on. And this is the beginning of my Scruffs sweater. So the first 3 inches, you start at the bottom of it, and the first 3 inches are just a 2x2 ribbing. And yeah, so I think I think it'll be fun. I think it'll just be a fun, like kind of wear around the house type sweater. I have this tendency, I'm realizing when I'm home a lot, to what I like to wear is a short sleeve t-shirt. I have a whole bunch of the Life is Good t-shirts, in a rainbow of colors, and they're my favorite. So I like a Life is Good t-shirt and a pair of yoga pants and a cardigan, because I'm at that age, a woman of a certain age, where I have hot flashes and I can be freezing cold one minute and burning up the next. And so my husband pretty much walks around here in a big old sweatshirt and heavy duty sweatpants when he doesn't have to go to work, because it's cold in our house all the time, and I'm usually hot. So I thought, well, it'd be kind of fun to have just another little cardigan that I have that I can wear around the house. So that was I think I cast that on Saturday, and I'm in an easy part right now, and I don't really know if I have the capability to do a cardigan, but I figure if I get in trouble with it, I know some folks, so I know some people who will help. Okay, I didn't buy a lot of market stuff. I bought a few things. I ordered some things from Julie, or had her pre-ordered some things from Julie. I ordered some things from Teresa. I got some things from Jen's shop. And it wasn't because I didn't like a lot of stuff. I was really trying to restrain myself because I have so much here. I really think that if I had the rest of my life, I'm 52, so I think if I had the rest of my life, say I live to be 100, I hope not, but let's just say I do. I mean, that's fine as long as I'm in perfectly great shape, mentally and physically. But let's say I live to be 100, so, 48 more years. I really think if I did nothing but stitch and sew and rug hook, I would not finish all the projects I have here at home. And so I really tried to restrain myself and not order a whole bunch of stuff. But one of the things that I saw that I was very, 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 very tempted by was the new, the second in the His Eyes on the Sparrow series by Beth Twist, Heartstring Sampleries. I think it's called Lilies of the Field, and I loved that. And I almost ordered it, and then I remembered that the thing that got me back into cross stitch, I think 4 years ago, was His Eyes on the Sparrow, and then I had started it, I had ordered it, kitted it up, started it, and then moved on to other things, found floss tube, and moved on to other things and didn't finish it. And so I made a deal with myself that I could order Lilies of the Field if I finished His Eyes on the Sparrow. And so I have been working on His Eyes on the Sparrow, kind of as my big project. Everybody and their uncle has seen this. I actually had to find it. I didn't even know where it was, and I found it, and so that's what I have. Well, let me see. I'm sorry, there's such a glare. I could try to close. I should probably try to close this window over here. I think this is so beautiful. I'm working on that deer. I almost have the deer all filled in, and then that'll be, if I finish off the border here, that will be the end of page 1. But I love it, and you just do a little flower or a little animal, and yeah, so just awesome, just so cool. So I've been working on that. The other kind of major thing I've been working on is, and you've all seen by now, this isn't really a major thing. I don't know why I said that, but I kind of started seeing things, I guess, on Friday, maybe through the weekend, and I follow Keepsakes in Cincinnati on Facebook, and they started putting out patterns by free charts, small charts by various designers. I suppose that they are connected to, and kind of with the theme of Be Well, kind of along that theme. And I mean, it was just one after the other. They were putting these out on Facebook, just I was saving the pictures and downloading them and printing them, and I loved most of them. I mean, I just loved most of them, and I just think that's, you know, just really an amazing thing to do. You know, I think any of us would have paid any of the designers for any of these, but the whole, you know, that they took the time to do a freebie chart was, I thought, really amazing. So I chose the ones that I really loved. I liked them all, but I chose the ones that really, really caught my eye, and decided that I want to do them all, and I want to frame them all in just little, you know, kind of coordinating frames. And I may change my mind on this, but I think that I want to do like a coronavirus wall, or a March 2020, or maybe just a 2020 wall of all of these different things, and it'll just kind of be a Be Well wall. And so the first one was by Jeanette Douglas, and let's see if I can. They're all small. This one only took me, I mean, I think I started this yesterday morning, and I finished it yesterday afternoon. I may have started it on Saturday, but and I actually messed up and had to kind of redo the way I did the bottom of the vase there, but yeah, so this is the first one by Jeanette Douglas. Again, not in any of the called for, just I'm doing all of these in Classic Colorworks the Spring line by Priscilla and Chelsea, and the Tulip line by Priscilla and Chelsea, so that they'll all kind of match, even though they may, you know, be completely different designs. So that's the first one, Be Well by Jeanette Douglas. I think that's so pretty. This is on a piece of, I did have the tag, and I bet I didn't bring it with me. This is on a piece of something that I just ordered from Jen at Jen's Stitching Niche, and it's kind of you can't really tell here, but it has some yellow in it, and it has a little bit of lavender in it. It's really pretty. So that's the first one, and then I finished that, and then started the second one, which is by the Blackberry Rabbit, and I'm just going to do that. They're free designs, but I still don't think we should be showing them online. And so it's called Be Well as well, B-E, well, and so I started this yesterday. You know, it's so funny. Maddie is home, as I said, and it's so funny what the kids watch. And of course, you know, we're trying to have a lot of grace with the kids. They're both really, really good kids, and you know, we've never had any. I mean, I could maybe count the days I've even been frustrated with both of them, and same with our older daughter. You know, I mean, they're just great kids, and I don't take any pats on the back for that, because you know, I know any kid is capable of anything, so we're very fortunate. But it's funny the things that they want to watch on TV, and Maddie has been watching this horrid show called Love Island, and it's kind of like The Bachelor on steroids. It's such a horrific show, and the way they treat each other and the way they act, and I mean, it's these young people trying to like make money and find love all in the same time, and she thinks it's funny, and you know, we have a lot of conversations about, you realize this is not how we act, and this isn't how we treat people, and that sort of thing. But anyway, she was watching it yesterday, and she's always willing to change it if someone else comes in the room, and I had been doing something else, and came in the room, and I said, you can leave it here, that's fine, I'll watch it with you. And you know how when you're stitching something and you're watching something on TV, next time you look at that stitch thing, you think of what you were watching on TV, or like if you're watching a FlashTube video, you think of the person that you were watching. Well, every time I look at this, I'm going to think of Love Island. But yeah, so that's the beginning of the bee, and yeah, just really beautiful, really, really, really beautiful.